Why can't you do that yourself, House?
Because my hand won't stop shaking, and I've been trying to do this for hours, and I cannot get this. So you're gonna have to come with me.
Are you on the painkillers again?
Yeah, so?
Is it early onset Parkinson's?
No, I do not have Parkinson's. I think you're just cold, hungry, or nervous. I have a jacket on, and I ate breakfast 15 minutes ago.
How many cups of coffee do you have in the morning usually, House?
You know, I don't even like coffee. I never drink coffee, but ever since Cuddy's been keeping me up all night, I have to drink at least 2 cups in the morning, or else I can't stay awake during the day.
You know caffeine is a stimulant and functions as a non-selective antagonist of the adenosine receptors.
Yeah, and binding to these receptors makes it a competitive inhibitor that increases neuronal activity and firing rate.
Exactly. So your hand tremors are probably due to this unwanted neuronal activity, which is caused by your excess coffee drinking.
If y'all can set up an experiment and prove it, then yeah, I'll believe you.
Alright, I'm gonna need Cameron and a Wiimote. Alright, Cameron, I have this Wiimote here hooked up to our LabVIEW VI, and it's gonna test the stability of your dominant hand. So if you could stand on these blue marks here, and hold the remote in your fingertips, arm parallel to the floor, and try to hold this still for about 20 seconds. Okay, all good, 20 seconds up. Now it's time to drink 2 cups of coffee, which is approximately equal to 150 milligrams of caffeine. Okay, Cameron, now that you've had your caffeine, how do you feel?
A bit jittery.
Okay, well, let's do the second part of the test. Hold your hand out, Wiimote in the fingertips, good, just like before. Seems like that caffeine had some effect on you.
I think it's just because Cameron doesn't know how to stand still. Here, let me try.
Alright, let's see what you can do, House. Looks
Run the
like
test.
you're pretty shaky too. I'll send this data over to Foreman and see what he says.
Alright, send it in, and once Foreman gets the results back, then we'll see. We'll see the results.
Yeah, we'll see who's right.
The Wiimote has a multi-axis accelerometer which can detect the position of a hand holding the Wiimote in the X, Y, and Z axes. As a hand is in tremor mode, a LabVIEW VI can acquire the relative shaking positions along 3 axes. Here is an example of one run where data was collected for 20 seconds. 3 axes of movement are displayed, X, Y, and Z. For each axis of movement, a standard deviation was calculated. Now, treating these 3 standard deviations as a vector in 3D space, a magnitude could be calculated. This magnitude value is what we refer to as stability, where a greater stability value indicates a stronger tremor in the hand. In this bar graph, we have included Cameron's and House's data along with 4 random participants to show the effect coffee consumption has on hand tremors. It turns out that there is a 34% significant increase in hand tremors after coffee consumption with a p-value of 0.01. So, House, what do you think of these results?
Well, according to the data, I really can't refute any of this. So I guess the tests do prove that caffeine does increase hand tremors. But there have to be a lot of limitations in this experiment, such as the fact of how much food you've eaten, what else you've drank that day. There's also the fact that there might be environmental factors involved, and the fact that I don't drink coffee often, and so my tolerance is pretty low, and tolerance for caffeine is probably different from person to person. So, alright, this one test, you proved me wrong, but from now on, I know that I don't have to do any more tests, and that's what you guys can do.
The average adult in America consumes 280 milligrams of caffeine daily. Studies show that caffeine affects people physically and psychologically. Our experiment proves that caffeine is a factor causing significant hand tremors. For professionals whose dexterity is paramount in their performance, caffeine consumption should be limited. So next time you think about presenting, lay down the caffeine.